Oh yeah, it tells you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for Zoom. You heard that too?
Yeah.
They did really good on this software. It is so friggin' easy. Very user friendly, makes it super easy.
Yeah.
Even for an old, non-tech guy like me. So,
I
because
think,
remember, you're only 35. So,
right. Yeah. I think we're all non-tech. We just kind of go with the flow. Some pick it up better than others. But yeah, I mean, I still ask my daughter to show me shit. I'm like, how do you do this?
well, Angela, again, no introduction needed because this is your second time on the podcast. I do appreciate you doing it again.
Right.
And yeah, we did a pretty good dive on the last one. So more, I think I told you, I was more just interested in checking out on, where you're at now and
Yeah.
things moving forward. But like tonight, your daughter had an appointment. Your younger daughter, who still lives with you, had an
Yeah.
appointment, and then you guys went out to dinner. And I must have missed it when I listened back to the podcast. Is she about to be a senior?
So if she was in traditional high school, enrolled in
Hmm.
traditional high school, she would have graduated in June.
Okay.
But she is taking a 2-year program. She is the fully a student of the college at Clover Park. And so they were able to give her basic high school credits for
Yeah, yeah.
basic general classes that she needs to graduate high school. And so she has already completed those. And now she's just working on getting her cosmetology license, but she has to finish the cosmetology program before she can get her high school diploma. So that's the deal. So she will
Okay.
be 19 when she graduates the program.
And I forgot, God, I feel like you mentioned this in a message or something. Um, and I'm treading carefully here. Was she going to maybe be working with you or not
She
anymore?
is she is working with
Okay.
me at Penelope in the Beauty Bar. I
Got
yeah,
it.
she
Thank you.
started out at the front desk and doing attending, so kind of helping with housekeeping and then, doing front desk duties. And just recently she was promoted to an externship because our boss knows that she's fabulous and she's in school for hair. She does my hair. And
Which looks fabulous, by the way, so give her a
thank you.
shout out.
She's amazing. I'm a natural blonde, so she took me to red. She's amazing, and I absolutely love it. It's been so much fun. Um, but so now she's doing an externship. She's shadowing a really, really well-known senior artist at Penelope in the Beauty Bar. So she's shadowing him now. She does that 3, 4 days a week, and then she'll help out at the front desk and attending as needed. So
Was that kind of some of, and when she got this first position at Penelope, did that kind of pique her interest, or was she already thinking about cosmetology?
she was already in school. She was already thinking about cosmetology. She's been
Okay.
doing, I mean, she started doing my hair in December. She's been doing her own hair since way before then, coloring and cutting her own hair. And so cosmetology was something she has thought about the last couple of years.
That's
So
great. So
that's
she already
something
has a passion for it.
she already has the passion for it. And now, I mean, now she has a job there. And so she's going to be working in a luxury, salon. So starting out that way, and she's only, like I said, she's only 18 and she works with older people. She works with people, my age and even older. And so she's learning from artists who have been in this industry for 20 plus years. She's getting the best training and experience, hands-on experience that she can. So I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely proud of her. I mean, if she stays on this path, she's set up for success. So
Yeah, and that's actually as you're explaining this, these thoughts are coming to my mind about what a good opportunity this could be because
yeah,
um, what a blessing it must be that she is getting to work with clients that are older
yeah.
because, present company excluded, older women can be finicky.
Oh yeah,
So if she can handle that now at her age and she's
yeah,
already learning how to deal with that clientele,
yeah,
that's really good training, especially at the beginning of your career.
yeah.
I would think you would know more.
So many of these young people lack social skills. They have high anxiety. They don't know how to respond to a, high stress client. And so her learning to navigate all of this really early in life, like she's going to rock this when she, as she gets older. So it's going to be a no-brainer how to navigate all kinds of difficult personalities and situations. And we are like family at Penelope. That being said, there's some, family that we work with that, are a little difficult personality. We still all love each other, but she's learning how to navigate that too. Her being able to text me, which she does, like, how do I respond to this? How do I say to this? And me being able to guide her through that has been amazing because most people don't get that chance to do that with their children.
Well, and also I appreciate the self-awareness that your daughter has with even being smart enough to say, "Ooh, I should probably check with my mom
Yeah.
uh, before I respond."
Yeah.
Think before you speak.
Right, right. Yeah. And I feel like really that makes me really happy that she comes to me and she's like, what do I do? How do I word this? What do I say? Or does this sound okay before she sends it? And that makes me feel really happy that she does that I can be her guide. So, and
Well,
that
and that
that
she
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 trusts
trusts
me.
you to be her guide. That's
Yes.
the gift. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of things that I mean, even, kids her age, they don't open up to their parents. And her and I have really, really open communication with each other.
Yep.
I didn't have that growing up, not to say any, thing bad about my mom. I respect my mom. I love my mom, but there's still many things that my mom does not know because growing up, I didn't feel comfortable coming to her. Not
Right.
because she did anything a certain way. It's just we didn't have that kind of communication.
Yeah, we might have touched on that. I was actually going to ask you, I think, about your dad later, but it's a generational difference,
Right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
But that is super cool. And I was almost going to make the comparison in her field of work. She's going to be dealing with, it's good that she's dealing with, let's call them mature women with
Yeah.
their hair. They can be finicky, and the male equivalent of that might be if you have a young kid out of high school that wants to learn how to be an auto mechanic and he has to
Yeah.
go in and deal with somebody, an older guy that has his pride and joy, his 57 Chevy or whatever, and can you fix this for me? And he's going to be real finicky about how you work on his pride and joy.
Right.
And for the women she's dealing with, whether it's hair, makeup, everything.
Right.
Again, so
Yeah. Yeah.
both genders have their issues. So,
Yeah.
or the things
Absolutely.
that are more important to them. So,
That are important to them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and
So
yeah, I don't
I'm
want to
like,
call that an issue. It's okay that you should care about your hair. It's fine.
yeah. Most of us do in one, in some level, right? Like, so yeah.
Yeah, I cared about my hair
Yeah,
enough last night that
I was
I
gonna say
was,
you.
yes, no, I did in a weird way. I was so freaking, and it's been a week, again, before we got on recording, I told you about my uncle, so it's been a
Yeah.
week. And I had just let it go too long, and it was where it starts getting, if I go more than 6 or 7 days, it just starts itching and scratchy. So
Yeah.
I wanted to do nothing but crash after work last night, but I was like, no, I need to shave this. I'm not even gonna be able to sleep. So yes, my hair is important to me. That's why I have to shave it because I don't want it.
Yeah. Do you just shave like the whole head and everything?
Head and face, yeah, all at once
Wow.
with like a razor, a 3-blade razor. Now, I don't
Okay.
use electric razors. Number one, they don't get it close enough, but also it kind of makes my skin break out. I have sensitive skin. I get that from my mom. So yeah, just shaving cream and the same razor you would use on your face on my head. And I
Okay.
try to do it every 4 to 5 days. I can go 4 or 5 days and it doesn't bother me, but after that, it starts just itching.
Well, yeah, and it gets real prickly and yeah.
Oh God, yes, yeah. And
Yeah.
for anybody, anybody that wants to get close to my face, it's annoying. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
you
see that.
understand what I'm saying. So yeah,
Yep. 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 So you just bick the whole thing.
absolutely. And I mean, I don't know, the razors I buy, it's still probably, I know it's cheaper than what women have to go through, but it's probably even cheaper than if I had hair and went to a barber to just shave
Yeah.
my head. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I can do it all myself, and I've learned over the years, and I've been doing this since I was in my late 20s. I've learned about the aftershave, products that are important to keep avoiding, to avoid razor burn and all that, and the moisturizers I have to use. So it's a process.
Have you been totally like just everything since your 20s then?
Late 20s. Yes.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think, yeah,
Okay.
the
So you've
first
been
time.
upkeeping this for a while.
So it was funny. The first time I did it, I was 27. Yeah, 27.
Okay.
And then I let it grow out for like 6 weeks, my head, just to see, when I was at like 31, and it was horrible. Like, because when I first started shaving my head at 27, my hairline was here. And then at 31, when I let it grow out, my hairline was back here.
Yeah.
It changed that. So then once I realized, I was like, no, never mind. I'm just going to keep shaving it. I just look older if I let my hair grow.
Right.
And now my hairline is back here on the back of my head. So
So you're like, yeah, that's a
no, I look way better shaved and maybe 10 years younger.
yeah.
Jeez.
Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my
it's too
gosh. Oh,
funny.
I did want to, I have to bring this up. I was hoping Tito would make an appearance,
Oh.
but don't disturb Tito.
Yeah, he's currently if he comes down, I can nab him and get him on
No,
camera.
you don't have to,
He
don't
is
force him.
he is just radiates attention everywhere we go, everywhere we take him. It's so funny because my daughter and one of her friends went to the punk rock flea market in Capitol Hill. I think it was last month,
Okay.
and they took him. And it was so funny because her friend works with us too at the spa, and she was like, "I want to take him everywhere with me. Like, I want to take him to the bar with me. I want to take." Because she goes, "I get so much attention from that dog."
He's like a prop.
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So,
You're using my
yeah,
dog. Well, I mean,
you're using my
you
dog to
can
catch
rent
guys.
him.
Okay. Yeah.
I should get a commission off this.
Right.
Oh, and
So,
then you sent me that photo, because I know you like walk and hike a lot, but you have a pack for Tito.
yes. Yeah.
That is so cute.
Yeah, I took him. There's a good little trail here in Puyallup. So if I don't feel like driving an hour, 2 hours to go, because my
To one of
stomping
your
grounds,
major hikes.
yeah, my stomping grounds are in North Bend. And so primarily that's where I do a lot of my hiking and up in Snoqualmie this time of year. And but when I don't feel like driving or whatever, I'll just go around here. There's a good little 5 mile hike here. It's called the Puyallup Loop.
Okay.
Um, and you basically park at one end of it's in a park, and you cut through it, and it starts out like woodsy and you're like, oh, I'm in nature, and then eventually it kind of wraps through neighborhoods, and you're going through one neighborhood and out through another, and you're on paved roads. um
Is
and
it
then kind of cuts through
is
a little bit of woods again, so you kind of get this different landscape.
is there some uphill, or is it pretty level?
There is some uphill. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
it's
that.
a it's a good, I think it's a good training hike. So if you're training for a bigger hike, I think that's a good way to go about it if you're local in the South End and you need a training, because there's not that many trails out here.
And is that the photo that you had Tito on? You went on that
Yeah,
hike?
yeah, I took him on that hike. And he does have a bad leg. I think I'm not sure if I told you that last time. So
No, you didn't.
his hind legs, he has an issue with his knee. His knee like curves in. He actually needs surgery.
Oh, geez.
And
Okay.
he's had this issue since he was a pup. He had a really bad accident when he was staying with his foster mom. So initially, like when we first got him, it's just something that progressively got worse over time. So, but yeah, the problem with getting the surgery is you have to pretty much keep him from jumping on the furniture, from going up and down stairs, which I have stairs outside on my deck to the backyard. I have stairs in
Yeah.
the house. He's constantly jumping on and off the couch and the beds. So
I guess
that's
I
the other
forgot.
thing with
How old is Tito?
he's 3.
Oh, so he's still young. Okay.
He's still young, and it's something that I would like to try, but it's gonna take a lot of effort for me and my daughter.
And a lot of preparation, because
Yeah, we're gonna have
the
to get
healing
baby gates, and
process, the recovery is going to be several weeks or a couple of months.
2 months we have to keep him from jumping like anywhere off the couch or the beds, and that's going to be the hardest part. And so he's probably going to have to be kenneled a lot, which is going to break my heart because he's very much a lap dog,
Yeah.
and he loves to be held. so I mean, the hardest part is going to be how to navigate that. And so, yeah, like you said, it's a lot of planning and preparation.
God, you're almost gonna have to. I mean, you know this. You're almost gonna have to set up, get like the collapsible, expandable kids
Yeah,
fencing you can put in a house, but
yeah,
only fence him off to an area that there's nothing he can jump on,
yeah,
and
exactly.
he's gonna live there for 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not going to be happy, and yeah, it's going to be miserable for all of us. But yeah,
oh
but it's something
gosh.
that I mean, I do want to give him the best quality of life that I can, and so I feel like he deserves at least to try the surgery, see if it's effective, and that being said, effective is keeping him still
And I
and
guess I
still
was,
fine.
yeah, I was actually, that answers the question, but I was going to ask about, you have him in the pack. I was like, you can't put him on a leash. He can't go on a 5 mile hike.
He can't go on a 5 mile hike.
Right.
His other leg, when we've tried taking him walking before, you can see he loves running. He's so cute, and he will keep going no matter how much it hurts, no matter how much he can't go.
Yes.
But you'll start to see the working back legs start to crap out, and then he's just kind of, it looks like he's on like little wheels turning.
Yes. Yeah.
So he can't go on long walks. So I just put him in the pack, and he gets to go outside. He gets to see the bunnies, smell the air, hear the birds. Like, he loves it. So
And yeah, I don't think I said it in the message, but I'm like, it's actually, I mean, it sucks that he can't do the walk, but it's almost like rucking for you. You're adding weight when
yeah.
you're out walking. You're rucking.
And body heat, because he makes me sweat. But you take him off, and like my whole like chest and stomach is just all sweaty, and I'm like, oh,
I
but I
mean,
probably burn more calories. So
people pay good money for a rucking vest, and you have
yeah,
one.
I have one. Yeah, and he is getting kind of fat. So he's about 5 pounds now instead of 4.
So you might still want to add a few other weight plates, but
Yeah,
Tito is doing his job.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I hear him. Here he comes.
Or did he hear me? Oh man, I feel
Yeah,
bad.
I think he heard his name.
That is so cute. Oh my God.
Come here. So yeah, he was napping with my daughter. She just came down. Just get this table out of the way for you, Lovey. Okay. Do you want to hand him to me? Okay. Here he
Yeah,
is.
Tito's kind of famous on the podcast. Hey Tito. Hi. You were very chill on the first episode.
Yes, yes. Yeah. He's kind of hyper
Oh,
right now. But yeah, he's getting kind of a tummy.
from the lack of movement. And this is funny.
The lack of movement. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually kind of funny for me on my end. The video was stuttering for a couple of minutes or a couple seconds there, but it was
Uh-huh.
almost like I got action photos of him jumping and then but you were still for just a few seconds. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hi,
It's too funny.
Tito. Oh, what a sweetheart.
He's like, somebody's calling my name.
Tito looks kind of tired. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah. So he sleeps a lot, because I think, there's not a lot he can do. He does get the zoomies like all other dogs, and
Yes.
it's so funny watching him run from one area of the living room to the other, and then he kind of craps out pretty quick. But it's really cute when he does that.
Yeah, that's funny. I came across it gets fed to me because of the algorithm. But a whole narrator guy talking about black labs and how they spend their day searching for food and they can usually beg from their owners, but then they will go out and lay in the sun and they get solar powered and then they do the zoomies and then
Yeah,
they go back and crash. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Too funny.
Which was actually the first time I'd heard that term, but as soon as I watched the video and heard them say zoomies, I was like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. It's too cute. I know the
Uh,
first time I heard that word, I thought it was like a treat for a dog. A
right.
zoomy, I thought it was a treat.
Like an upper almost.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. It means they're hyperactivity. Yeah.
Where they
So
just get filled with energy. Oh my gosh.
yeah, yeah. Cutest thing.
So
All
I
right,
think
I'm gonna.
you mentioned not that you're working in a different area. You haven't moved. You're in the same house, but
I'm in the same house.
your work schedule is going to be different as far as where you have to commute to work.
I'm strictly in Seattle. So I'm strictly commuting to Seattle now.
Because I
So
feel like on the last episode, weren't you going down to Olympia?
Tacoma.
Tacoma, sorry.
And
Okay.
yeah, and I'm in Puyallup. So Tacoma's not that far. And that was nice. But I've since quit my job teaching at the school, and so I'm just practicing massage.
Got it. And that's all in. Is it down? I can't remember. Is it downtown Seattle proper?
I'm right in the heart of downtown
Oh
Seattle.
gosh. What is I'm assuming you get a you pay for like monthly parking, but that's not cheap in Seattle.
So we pay daily, and we do have a good rate at the
Okay.
Fairmount. It's $10 a day, which I mean is a steal
That's
downtown.
cheaper than Portland.
Yes, but I mean if you're working, 5, even 6 days a week, it adds up.
Yeah.
But Seattle does have this parking thing. You can write it off, I guess, on your tax return. I'm not quite sure how to do that, but it's something I just found out about. So you
Okay.
can actually write off the parking on your taxes in some way. But I need to find out exactly how to do that.
I would assume it's the same as any other work expense. Like
Yeah,
you you have to, when you were doing the mobile massage or whatever, you had to buy a table. You have to
yeah.
buy equipment and tools. So
In
yeah,
your
I'm sure
gas and
you
your
can
mileage. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Is your I'm just checking something here. God, it doesn't give me a runtime, which is fine. Is your younger daughter still downstairs? Can she hear
Hmm.
us? Well, tell her I said hi. You don't have to get on camera. I just wanted to say hi.
She kind of raised her eyebrows a little bit. Do
Well,
you
it's
want
only
to say
because
hi
you're,
real quick? I've talked about you so much. No?
yes.
She's like, so
Totally
her
fair.
appointment today was for her septum piercing. So that's what we had done
Oh,
today.
very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So mom had to go with her today.
That has to hurt. Oh my God. I would assume that hurts.
She was a champ. She took it like a champ. Just like she has her navel pierced too. And same
Yeah.
thing. I mean, girl is she's tough.
I only have the one piercing, but I did when I got it done the first time when I was like 30. I took a female friend, not a girlfriend, but a female friend, and this. So we made this so stupid. God, what's wrong with us? And I probably shouldn't share this story in front of your daughter. I don't want to. I don't want to encourage her. But we had a night out doing karaoke and just hanging out, and we were like longtime friends, and we made this pinky swear to both go get piercings the next day. And then
Uh-huh.
we woke up hungover and like, are we doing this? And I guess we are. So I got my tongue pierced and
Oh my God.
she got her nipples pierced.
Okay.
So I had to hold her hand and oh, it looked like it hurt so bad.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
tongue wasn't that bad, but oh, I felt so bad for her. But also the septum, I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the owner was great. He's fantastic. He did her piercing today. But she had seen one of his employees last week, and something happened. I don't know what, because I wasn't with her. And she was unable to pierce her. She was like, oh, it's uneven or it's off or something like that. And so she started the piercing and then pulled it out. So it didn't go all the way through. But Ashley still had, a little bit of
Oh.
holes on both sides, but it didn't go all the way through. And so, she's dripping blood. It's dripping in her
Oh,
mouth.
Jesus.
The lady's like, oh, I just need to redo it. And Ashley's like, no, you're you're not. And so she healed for the week, and then I brought her back and I spoke to the owner today. He was amazing. He took his time to do a consultation. Turns out she has a deviated septum, which I knew nothing about.
Oh, I actually do too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
I've always associated that with like a visual, like you always see like a hump, right? Or something. And
No.
that's how you know you have it,
Yeah.
that's what I've always, so I'm like, I had no idea she had a deviated septum. So that's kind of what the problem was getting it even and getting it up high enough to where it would
Right.
look even.
Because
Uh,
just so I know, the septum, it's so it would be like the what like in a you see in a bowl.
yeah,
So it goes up here and comes through both sides, but you can hang whatever decoration you want, but it's going to come
yeah,
out of both nostrils. That's the
yes,
septum. It's the middle of your nose.
yes.
Okay, got it.
So, and did he say the right was higher or lower than the left? My left side. Your left side, what? Her left side leans towards the right on
And
her.
isn't the septum basically cartilage?
No, she says no.
There's a soft spot in the nose that not a lot of people have.
Do you want to come in? She's like, no.
No pressure. Oh
She
my
said
God,
there's a
Ashley, you don't have
soft
to.
spot in the nose, in the cartilage,
No, in the like tip of the nose.
in the tip of the nose. There's a soft spot. We're both learning this, Ken.
Not a lot of people have it.
Uh-huh.
But there's a soft spot between the cartilage and the outer.
Okay, so
And that's where they want to pierce it?
that's where they want to pierce it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So yeah, we both
Well,
learned something.
so, and this is like my mom had a deviated septum. I do too, which creates like you almost always feel like you're stuffed up. You have trouble
Yeah.
breathing. Has Ashley always had that?
I noticed that when she's sleeping, and I told her this today. I said, I noticed that you snore, and when she snores, it's really cute. It's not an obnoxious, and
It's
maybe I'm
not
biased.
loud.
Maybe I'm biased. It's my kid. I think, um, but it's really light though. It's not like a loud like man snore.
Right.
It's really light. It's really cute. But I have noticed that she does snore in her sleep, but I never really thought anything of it because it's not like she doesn't sound like a lawnmower or an
It's not
exhaust
like
pipe.
she's choking.
Yeah.
Right.
So I didn't think much of it until he said that today, and I looked at him and I was like, she does? I didn't know this.
Oh,
And
wow.
he
Okay.
said it's actually really common. Like it's more rare for people to not have one. So
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, again, my mom had it. My Uncle Oscar had it. I
yeah.
have it. My Uncle Oscar did whatever the procedure is. He called it, oh, they just roto-rooter your nose. But he did say, and he did this, God, 15 years ago. It was funny. He was like, yeah, it was amazing I could breathe so much better. And the one thing that made me realize I have it, the observation he made after having the surgery and him recovering from it, he was like, hey, I can brush my teeth without gagging. So there
Yeah.
is something about, at least if you have this, especially if you're brushing your tongue, because I brush my tongue, when you get to the
Right.
back, it creates like a gag reflex, but it has
Right.
more to do with the fact that you're not getting air through your nose, I
Right.
think. But he
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
I can brush my teeth and not gag.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Like I said, it was something I wanted to have him look at mine just for shits and gigs, but I was like, no, we're here for her. So
Well, I mean,
I don't know if I have one. I don't know.
has
It's
anybody
great.
said that you have a cute little snorer when you sleep, or?
No, I have woken myself up though by myself, like doing that little snorty thing, like when you're starting to drift off and you kind of do that. And I've actually woken myself up doing that. I'm like, oh crap,
Yes.
did the other person hear that?
Yeah, that's happened to me too. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So as far as I know, other than that, I don't generally make noise.
That is awesome. Well, again, tell Ashley hi again and thank you for the input.
I will.
Because I also wanted to ask about you went down to San Antonio and saw your other daughter.
I
Looked like an
did. I
amazing
did.
trip.
We had such a great time. Yeah.
And I do remember
I
that.
went down for Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because it was what, I guess a little over 2 months ago. But I remember from
Yeah.
the first episode, um, they both moved down there without jobs. It was just an inspiration, but they took care of. They found jobs. It wasn't for a
Yeah.
career choice. They just like, hey, we want to go there, and it seemed like
Yeah.
it worked out awesome.
Yeah, yeah, it's working really well. They're both doing really well. My son-in-law, Austin, he drives for the 1-800 Got Junk. He hauls
Mhm.
furniture and drives the trucks. Um, this is something I didn't know, perk of the job is sometimes you get to keep shit. So
Seriously?
yeah, he's brought home, I think he said some kind of a freezer thing and some other, like sometimes they get to keep those things.
That's kind of
So
cool.
a really big perk of the job. So he's brought home some cool stuff. And Mackenzie is working at a nature school. She teaches preschool there, and so it's not your run of the mill elementary or preschool type thing. They don't teach normal type curriculum stuff. It's about getting outside, playing in the dirt, and I love that. I'm glad that she chose that. And she seems happy doing that. She loves kids, love her. She loves kids, but kids love her. So
Oh, so she was like
um
born for it.
she was. And she's tough too. Like she doesn't put up with any crap. Like if the kids are being, brats, she puts them in their place and they still respect her and they still they love her.
I
So
think I said this on the first podcast is yeah, she's tough. She doesn't put up with shit. Oh, where does she get that from,
yeah, yeah,
Mom?
yeah. And she is a natural redhead. So, she's a fiery one.
And I can't remember, was that the first time you'd been to San Antonio?
Yeah, it was the first time I've been to anywhere in Texas.
What did you
And
think of the city?
I actually I love the Riverwalk. I
Yeah.
loved, the old historic, districts and those things. There's so many antique stores down there. I am a collector of the ruby red crystal d'Arcs. I
Oh,
love it.
is that a thing?
Yes, yes. It's
Please
from like the
explain.
70s. It's vintage now.
I mean, it looks vintage, so I feel like I've seen
Yeah.
it before, but I didn't know it had like a name, or is it a style or a certain artist that made it
It's a
famous?
it's a style. So it has like there I don't know if you can see like
Yeah.
little yeah, and then it's like it looks like kind of a leaf right here. And so
Oh,
this is a style.
I feel like it's a style from several decades ago.
Yeah, from the
It's
70s.
vintage. Okay,
It's
I feel like
vintage
I've seen it
like
in
me.
like
Yeah.
you are vintage, but you're not old.
I'm
Stop
right on
it.
the cusp, 79.
But I feel
So
like I've
I'm
seen those
vintage, but
glasses.
yeah, yeah. So, but yes, and so this was made in all different kinds of colors. I happen to love the dark red, and so
Hmm.
I'm a collector of it. I have, plates and mugs, and I found bowls. Bowls were the only thing I did not have of this collection, so I was able to find bowls down there at one of the antique stores that the kids took me to, and the way that they do liquor down there is crazy. You can go through a drive-through, a coffee shop, and you can get a margarita to
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
You're not allowed technically to drink it while you're driving, but why do they have liquor to go?
But it's got a lid and a straw on it.
I told my daughter, I said, well, I mean, if I got one, no, I wouldn't be driving around like sucking it down, but I'm definitely going to have a sip before I leave the drive-through.
Right.
Right. And so to me, that was funny. But anyway, at the antique store, they let you help yourself. This old lady, she was so cute. She had this fridge and she was like, help yourselves. She had all kinds of wine in there. And she made some kind of a sangria mix or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just help yourself, pour a glass, walk around the store. Like it's just very, very loose as far as rules down there. It's not as strict as here. But I also feel like and my daughter told me this, there's not as many DUIs as she noticed anyway. I don't really know what the statistics are on it, but it's different from here.
And
So
I almost wonder, and we don't have to go down this political road, but I was like, I almost wonder if it's because maybe it's not such a taboo. They don't make it such a big deal
right.
that
Yeah.
you don't have people, especially like racing to turn 21 and, oh, I have to get drunk because I can't do it now.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
almost the European version of European kids are introduced to alcohol. It's not taboo.
Right. Yeah. And it's normal for everyone to enjoy, wine particularly while they're eating dinner in foreign
Yeah,
countries. And
absolutely.
here that's not as common. Like the family doesn't always sit down and have wine together while you're eating dinner together.
No,
So
but as long as you go to church, they'll feed you wine. So no,
right.
I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna stop talking right now.
I'm on the same page. Totally.
But you said that was the first time ever to Texas. And
Yeah.
how big is San Antonio? About the size of Seattle, or is it over 1 million?
Eh, I'm not quite sure.
I
I
mean, what did it feel like?
it felt like it was smaller than
Okay,
Seattle and the surrounding suburbs. The kids live in New Braunfels.
okay.
Um, so I mean, and that's a suburb. For me, it was kind of like I told her, I said, well, this doesn't look much different than Meridian on South Hill, to be honest. I mean, there was all kinds of chain pop-up places, just lining, up and down like the highway, and then there's, different, traffic coming both ways. And so I told her it very much looked like Meridian, but I mean, it was hot and I love that because I like the warm weather. The one thing I was really, really surprised about was I was expecting to hear a lot of those Southern accents and meet a lot of Southern people. And so I was like, in my mind, going down to like a whole different world, right?
Okay. You thought.
I thought most people who live in San Antonio are transplants. I didn't hear hardly any Southern accents. Everybody sounded like me. And I might have been the only person on Mother's Day because we went to this really nice restaurant. I can't remember the name of it. I wish I could. My daughter would know. But it was like an old bank and they turned it into a restaurant. It was a really cute place. And I was the only one in cowgirl boots. And I'm from Washington.
So, there's a lot of transplants. I mean, at least or maybe that population is just, kind of evolving.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. A lot of people seem to be in their late 20s, 30s. I mean, I didn't see, of course, there's older people there too. But I mean, when we were out and about, I saw a lot of younger people.
Well, and you already know this, and I think we touched on it in the last podcast. During the pandemic, a lot of people moved to Texas. It was like one of the places to go.
Because it was affordable living. I mean, you could
And
buy
it
a
was
house
less
there.
restrictive and all that. So, but
Right.
Florida and Texas, a
Yes, that as
ton
well.
of people
Yes.
transplanted to
Right.
Texas.
Right.
Um, yeah, and I've been there. I think I told you before. I did a few years as an over-the-road truck driver, so I actually spent a lot of time in Texas, and I loved it. It's too far from the mountains for me. I want to be able to snowboard. I want to be able to hike,
I
but
am a mountain girl. Yeah.
absolutely. So it was cool.
Yeah.
How long did you spend down there? Just a weekend or?
I was there for almost a week.
Oh, thank God, because that's a
Yeah.
long flight for just a couple days.
Oh yeah. No, I was there for almost a week. We were supposed to go tubing. That didn't work out because now they put restrictions on the tubing, and the kids had brought like a double tube for themselves, and you can only have like one, I guess. You can't do a double tube. It has to be a certain size. So we're supposed to do that. We
Now,
did end up
wait a
going.
minute, explain that. Are you talking about like, is there on the
It was actually
river
like
that goes through it?
rangers posted. This was a public park. And my daughter had already paid for parking. There was no notices about the size or capacity of the tubes. They actually did it when they went last year before they moved down there.
Okay.
So they didn't know that this had changed, but now they have park rangers standing like guard before you launch off into the river. And so we were unable to go that day. So that
And
was kind
this
of
is just
disappointing.
the main river that runs through San Antonio.
Mhm.
But obviously, it's like a very popular float river. It
Very,
almost,
very popular float, heavily populated park.
oh, it
And
almost
so that
reminds
was,
me of Bend, Oregon, which I don't know if you've been to, but the Deschutes River runs right through Bend, and in the summer,
yeah,
it can get overpopulated. So I'm assuming they're just trying to say you can't have a float that's too big, and there can't be too many people on the river, or it just gets too crowded. I guess that's
right,
what
right. And
is it that
I think that was,
populated?
I think it was the same, yeah, same situation.
Oh,
So,
geez.
but we did end up going for a hike. There was some nature reserve that we had gone to, and that was a really pretty hike. They took me to, oh my gosh, I can't remember what it was. It's this cute little town that had all kinds of little stores. You could walk through the whole town in like an hour. It was so tiny, but they had the cutest little stores and this little water tower. It was so cute. Um, and Bucky's. We went to Bucky's. We had to go to Bucky's. I went to Bucky's, I think, almost
Oh,
every day.
wait, isn't that the massive convenience store that's
Yes,
also
it's
a
a gas
gas
station.
station?
It's a gas
I've
station and a
seen
massive
some.
convenience store.
What was it like? It's a thing.
It's a thing. And when the kids first told me about it, they were like, "We're taking you to Bucky's." I said, "You're taking me to a gas station?" And they're like, "Mom,
It is
you're
so
gonna
much
love it.
more.
It's more than a gas station. They have like gift shop in there and whatever." And I'm thinking, hey, are you fucking kidding?
Say it louder.
Are you fucking kidding me? And we get in there. The place is massive. It is massive. And you walk in there, they have any and everything you could think of. You can buy dinner for the family there. You can, I mean, anything you can think of is there. They sold these antler heads that were decorated in like rhinestones or gems or something. And so some of them were like black gems all blinged out. Some of them, one of those I really wanted. I was like, I don't know how the hell I would pack that, but I would really love that. So they know that's on my wish list for a gift. So
There you go.
yeah, that was really cool. But literally, I mean, there was so much different kinds of food that you can get that they actually make just there, just special jerky. They make there. It's a company thing. It's only made at Buc-ee's. And so
Oh,
they had
they're not just getting it outsourced. They're actually
no,
make.
they
Oh,
make it there in-house. There's many things they make just in-house there. They have these like rotisserie whole chickens like you can buy.
at Costco. Yeah.
Yeah, they're stuffed with things inside and you can buy it and take, I mean, it's made there. There was a tortilla, fresh tortilla press there. I was pretty impressed. I was like, this is actually really cool. And coffee is like $3 and it's good
Wow.
coffee. So you can walk in, it's like a 7-Eleven where you walk in and they have the coffee. And I mean, chances are you're going to have to use the bathroom like 30 minutes after you drink it at 7-Eleven. But here it was actually like really good quality coffee for $3 and it's their brand.
So is it almost like a massive, we would call a truck stop, but it's not a truck stop.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
convenience store that happens to have everything.
And they have gourmet foods and
So
gifts.
I guess that's what I mean is the quality of the products is a step up.
Oh
But
yeah.
it looks like just a gas station convenience store.
But on the outside, yeah, you kind of are like, okay, it's a ginormous convenience store. And then you walk in and it's like, wow, this is really nice. So, and they make their own, like there's kettle corns and, I mean, I could go on and on. There's so much stuff.
So here's the question. Can you get a massage there?
No. Oh, I gotta tell you though, my son-in-law, he's so funny. He's like, Mom, you gotta check out the bathroom. Mom, go look at the bathroom. You have to see the bathroom. You're gonna love the bathroom. And it's one of those, and I've seen this before, but he thought like the bathrooms are it for him. And there's the red light and the green light on the above the bathroom door. So red means it's occupied, green means go ahead and go in.
Oh, so there's single use bathrooms?
There's stalls. So you walk in the bathroom, there's, your line of sinks
Oh,
and then there's
right.
all these stalls. So right above each stall, there's the red light, green light. And so, you don't have to like look under the door to see if there's feet there.
Right.
So he thought that was the coolest thing. And I actually seen that one time before. So I was like, oh yeah, but he's thinks it's the coolest shit.
Well, it was also in Demolition Man with the three seashells. So
Yeah.
that actually wasn't a good reference, but anyway, I
Yeah.
thought it was
So,
funny.
yeah, he thought it was so cool. He's like, Mom, you got to see the bathroom. It was
Well, I don't know if this is different for women, but I do appreciate full floor to ceiling stalls.
yes, for
I
privacy
that
when
is
you're in public. Yeah.
when you have and unfortunately, well, it is what it is for women. You always have to use a stall. So
Yes.
if I'm just going to use the urinal, it's fine. But if
Yeah.
I have to do number two,
Yep.
I don't I don't want people being able to look through the cracks of the door. That's so creepy.
I know.
And it must be
Or
the same
looking
for you
under the
guys.
stall for feet. Like you see somebody like lurking around your stall. I don't like that
Yes.
either. I really love the concept of the ceiling to the floor, door and the stall walls, all the way up, ceiling,
Yep.
floor. I absolutely, yeah, it gives you complete and total privacy because I mean, let's be honest, women, I don't know about men, but women will hold it if we don't feel comfortable.
Well,
And I don't know if
I'm
guys do the same
I'm
thing.
very effeminate, so I can't speak for all men, but it definitely I can't relax.
Yeah.
I can't and you have to be able to relax to do that.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, both of my girls they're probably going to kill me for saying this, but
Oh, I can edit
they've
it out,
been
but I'm
known
not going
hold
to.
it all day at school. And then they come home and it's like, get out of my way, bitch. Like, and they are
Yes.
running to the bathroom.
And I do.
They've been holding it all day.
And I'm sorry, I have some friends, it's not just me, but there are guys that just refuse to go number two at work or in public. Like we have to
Yeah.
hold it until we go home. It's just because, come on.
Yeah.
And guys, I don't know if this happens. I can't believe we're talking about this. I don't know if this happens in the female restrooms, but sometimes you'll get the guys that want to chat up strangers when you're in the bathroom. This happens
I
where
haven't had any lady do that to me while I'm in the restroom.
there's a line of urinals and you're standing there and somebody, and here's what really pisses me off. You have four urinals and they're all open. I go in, I choose the one on the left or the right,
Yeah.
and there's three more open, and the next guy that comes in picks the one right next to me. Why? And then as we're both standing there trying to stare at the wall, holding our private parts, he wants to strike up a conversation. I'm like, what the
It's
fuck
like,
are you doing?
how's your day going?
I don't even know you. God. All right.
That's weird. That's
That we
weird.
just so does that doesn't happen in
No, no, no. The only time in my experience, I mean, everybody might have a little slightly different experience, but in my experience, anytime I'm in a stall, the only time anyone has ever tried talking to me is when they need toilet paper. If they're out, they're like, excuse me. Like,
seriously.
that's the
But
only time
you
that
have
should
to,
happen.
and I understand that. That's fair.
That's the only time that should ever
Gosh.
happen.
All right.
But yeah,
I would, if you have time, I would like to talk a little bit longer, just a few minutes more, but I do have
sure.
to go potty. So can I
Yeah,
pause it?
sure.
All right, 1 second.
Okay.
So yeah, actually it was a good time to for a break because I almost forgot. I did listen back and after what my uncle's going through. I'm not getting all serious. I just wanted to do a check-in.
Mhm,
But if I remember right, I thought it was your dad that your brother is living with.
mhm.
Because
Yeah.
we talked about some of the medical issues and kind of some of your frustrations with after some of the medical care he'd received and but how are things going there?
My dad is pretty much not wanting to do anything mobile wise anymore. My mom is getting super frustrated with him.
And that's
Um,
kind of yeah, that's what we talked about last time.
he had to end up getting I can't remember what foot it was on. One of his big toes he had to have partially amputated because he had some kind of a fungal infection and then the toenail popped off and then I hope he doesn't listen to this, but
Nobody does. Like
um
my
yeah,
most watched episode only had 500 viewers,
my
so
mom might listen. But so anyway, it got infected. He didn't go to the doctor. He ended up getting cellulitis in the leg. So
I,
inflammation, redness in the leg, some
okay.
infection. So he had to go to the hospital where they did a partial amputation of the toe. And they
I'm
told
sorry, which toe was it?
it the big toe. I can't remember if it was on the right or the left foot though. I can't
Okay,
remember what
but
my mom said.
that's an important toe, obviously.
It's an important toe.
Yeah.
And so I had asked my mom, how he was doing, and she's like, he doesn't want to get up. He doesn't want to walk around. They want to get him up and walking around. And he just didn't want to. So they were going to have a physical therapist come in and try to work with him. But ever
Okay.
since back surgery, which I think I told you, that's what we talked about last time, is he had
Yes.
lower vertebrae fused together.
Yes.
Um, and he hasn't been very active since.
Okay. Yeah, and
Um,
we don't have to go back. We kind of talked about the importance of after an injury or a surgery of movement.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
if you're not moving your body, your joints are not getting lubricated because movement makes that synovial fluid.
yeah.
And so if you're not active at all and you're just, bed rotting, um, everything is going to get stiff. Your muscles, you're going to have atrophy of the muscles. And your joints are not able to lubricate themselves. So everything is going to be stiff and creaky and painful.
Yeah.
And especially as you age. My parents are not old. They're in their mid 60s. They are very, very young.
Oh, wow.
Um,
Yeah, that's
they were
right. I keep
teenagers. They were teenagers when they got married.
yeah, and I keep forgetting you're like 20 years younger than me. So yes, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
What your parents' names? Just the first names.
Lisa and Charlie.
Lisa and Charlie. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. I just want to give them a shout out. Yeah, I yeah, that was kind of very familiar the last. 10 or 15 years of my dad's life. Anyway, we don't have to go into it, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
So,
And
hey,
it's super frustrating because I feel like, and I'm thinking about that age, and I'm like, really, that's not that far from where I'm at. And I told my mom, I said, I don't, and no disrespect to her, but I did tell her, I said, I don't want to be like you guys when I'm, in 20 years. Like
yeah,
I'm doing everything that I can to stay mobile and stay healthy and stay active. And yeah, sometimes, you can't help a medical condition or something happens. But for as much as I can, I'm gonna stay moving as much as I can. And exercise can look like so much for different people, right? Like nobody has to do what I do. You don't have to do yoga, you don't have to do weightlifting, you don't have to do cardio. In cardio as in, treadmill, walking, whatever. I mean, you can swim, you can play pickleball. I mean, I've seen people at the Y do the people love pickleball.
that's a thing. I
It's a
know.
thing.
Oh God.
It has gotten really popular. So I mean, there's so many other forms of movement. And I don't want to say, I feel like when you use the word exercise, people are like, oh, they just get it in their head that that's something they don't want to do. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's work, it's sweat. And so I feel like if you maybe we switch out exercise for movement, people will maybe want to do it more.
That's actually really insightful. Because I think that word exercise has been around for so long, it has maybe some negative connotations. It doesn't mean you have to go get a membership at a gym and go to a class or what. It
Right.
can be if you want to hike Mount Rainier,
Yeah.
that's exercise. So
Right.
let's call it movement,
Let's just
you
call it
know?
movement because I mean,
Yes.
that's what you're doing. You're moving the body.
If you want to go out and mow your lawn, if you want to chop wood, I mean,
Right.
lift weight, go out and do an activity that makes your body move. It helps if you can lift something heavy in a
Hmm.
functional way. You don't have to go to the gym
Right.
and do a bench press and squats and get on the treadmill,
Right.
which is fucking boring and it's inside. I'd rather
Yeah.
be outside. I'd rather be outside. So,
That is true. I will tell you, when I go to the gym, I get up early in the morning and I just get it done because I don't want to be bothered with that in the middle of my day. Because you're
and
right, it is boring. And
yeah.
I'm sitting there staring at the screen. I'm on the treadmill for 30 minutes and I don't run, I walk, but for 30 minutes. And I'm like, it is boring. And when it's beautiful outside, I don't want to be wasting my day inside in the gym. So, and going to the gym is something I love and I love doing it. But in the summertime, I'm going to get up at the butt crack of dawn. I'm going to get it off my schedule, out of my way. And so it doesn't interfere with the rest of my plans or the rest of my day.
And yeah, don't get me wrong. I pay for a gym membership, but
Yeah,
I
it
use the
is boring.
gym. There are certain pieces of equipment and
Mhm.
certain things that you can do at a gym that it's not practical. I can't afford to have that equipment in my house.
Right.
There's
Same.
certain exercises I want to be able to do that I
Mhm.
need to go to a gym for. But for
Right.
the most part, a lot of other stuff I can do with kettlebells or just being out in nature.
Yeah. Yeah. Half my exercise is done at home. The other half of the week it's done in the gym. And in the
Yeah.
summertime, I'm going on hikes. And I do my yoga. And so I've made like this summer, I'm not gonna waste any, time or days. And so I've kind of made this like promise to myself. I'm gonna hike at least once a week, whether that's down at the loop or I
Hmm.
go to North Bend. I'm gonna do it once a week. I'm also gonna do yoga at least once a week, period. And so usually what I've been doing is on Wednesday or Thursday mornings, I get up at 4 in the morning. I practice an hour yoga at home. Then I go to the gym, get that done, and then come home, eat, and get ready for work. Um,
And we
and
talked about the yoga aspect on the last podcast.
Mhm.
People think it's just about flexibility, but no, that's a lot of strength training.
It is a lot of strength training. You definitely, I mean, I definitely built up a core from practicing yoga. It also teaches you, to breathe. And if you're holding, it teaches you body awareness. Essentially, you're learning body awareness. And so
Yeah.
you learn, and this was something I didn't realize when I was first starting out in yoga, is doing a pose. For instance, I would be in pigeon pose, which stretches out your hips, the outer hip. And I was doing this with my shoulders while I was laying on the floor. And my yoga teacher had come around and she's like, put a block underneath your forehead because you're tensing up your shoulders. And it was something that I wasn't aware of. So
Oh,
now I pay attention to that. If you can't relax another part of your body that's not being stretched out in that pose, that means you're holding tension in that area. So something is uncomfortable. So you might have to adjust your posture, or bring the floor up to you in a sense by putting a block there or whatever. And so your head is not on the floor, you're bringing it up to you so that you can be comfortable in your pose, because it shouldn't be painful and you shouldn't be holding tension.
oh my God, that actually explains so much. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did go to my first ever yoga class, and it was, oh God, 6 or 8 months ago. Um, um,
Uh-huh.
it's a really, we talked before that I was used to be in the brewery world, but this the friend I have, Julia, she is also a yoga instructor, and I went to her class, but yes, she was saying the same thing where, and I remember introducing the blocks, and it was my first time, so she would come around randomly and say, "Oh, you need this under you." But it was also about if you're
Right.
trying to stretch this part of the body or hold this pose, but you're tense somewhere else. Yeah, this makes so much sense. And I'm sorry, Julia, you'll probably
Right.
never watch this, but I need to keep going. Yes, it was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you
But
could
I've
try
also seen, I'm sorry, go ahead.
you could try a home practice too, like do it at home by yourself. And I will say that was hard for me to get into, even when I was doing the yoga teacher training program. It was really hard for me to find my home practice. And now I'm like, that's the only time I feel like relief. I was
Okay.
gardening in my yard this past week and my mid back was just feeling super tight. And I was, still going to the gym and lifting weights. And I'm like, I need to do yoga. Like I know how to like help my body. And so I did. I could have easily done 2 hours. I did an hour and I'm like, I could keep going. I could keep stretching. But doing those stretches really helped release those tight muscles for me. Um, so if you could kind of figure out, you got to go to a few more classes and really get into it before you could kind of figure out your own routine. But I highly recommend doing a home practice once you kind of learn how
Yeah,
to
I definitely want to go back and
direct
see
yourself.
Julia a lot more because
Yeah.
she was so great, and I
Yeah.
really like her, and I want to support her because again, we met in the craft beer world, and now she started her own yoga studio.
Awesome.
Um, but actually, this makes me also want to ask about you've, of course, I see your posts on social media, but you've really been talking about the um,
Yeah.
strength training. You know, it's okay to have muscle. Yeah, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is this
For
a
women.
new,
Yeah.
is this a new thing you're kind of focused on? And are you more worried about strength or like muscle size?
Um, Not really muscle size, because I would say for me, I'm more on the petite side anyway. I have
Right.
muscles, but they're smaller because I'm a smaller build. And so for me, it's not, and I'm at my goal weight. So for me, it's not about bulking up at this point. It's about
It's about
maintaining.
strength.
It's about strength and it's about maintaining what I have. I definitely need to have strength to be able to do massages. And a lot of
Yes.
that does come from your core. People ask me all the time, they're like, don't your wrists hurt? Don't your fingers hurt?
I
No,
asked
they
you on
don't.
the first podcast. I know. Yes.
They do not. My butt hurts after I'm done. My inner thighs are burning. I feel my abs when I'm working. That's what you should be doing. That's where the strength should be coming from. I had 3 fabulous ladies that I trained at the school before I ended up leaving in May. I taught them body mechanics to be able to do deep tissue. It irritates me so much. And it's not the people's fault. It's not the therapist's fault because likely they haven't been trained in body mechanics. And so that's one of the things that irks me when I go in to get a massage and I'm like, I just need you to steamroll my back out. I need deep tissue. I need this. And I'm met with resistance as a client, where they're like, well, I can only get to a certain depth. I'm not going to injure myself. I've actually had therapists tell me that. And I'm like, you should be able to do deep tissue. If you're a massage therapist, you should be able to know how to do that without injuring yourself. So what are they teaching in the schools? And so body mechanics was something that really was important for me to teach. And I started teaching this last class because I was a clinic supervisor. So they already had a teacher that had taught them how to do massage. By the time they came to me in clinic, I wasn't teaching them because they were working on the public.
Okay.
So I would, they could come to me if they needed help with something, if they had a question, but I wasn't teaching them massage. And it was really frustrating for me to watch them and supervise them giving these massages. And they're, like this, the table is super low. They're trying to work with their hands and their fingers. And I see that their back and their hips are stiff. There's no fluidity. One of the first things I said with this class that I had the chance to teach, and I still would have been teaching them if I would have stayed on with the school, not these students because they graduated, but I still would have been teaching the program.
Right.
One of the things that I said the first class, I was like, I looked at one and she was bodybuilder. She was into weightlifting and she was very rigid when she would move. And I said, girl, Shakira, move those hips.
Yes.
Like, get it going. By the time we were done, so this class was February until May. She was so graceful and fluid, and it looked like she was doing, almost like a yoga, a little dance, whatever. You should be moving when you're a massage therapist. You should be moving in a way that feels good to your body. So you should be able to give the massage that your client is asking for. You should be able to customize what they need, but also be able to move in a way that feels good to you. So, and they all got it. Like they're going to be fantastic massage therapists.
And any physical movement that you do too much repetition, you have to keep adjusting. You can't keep doing the same repetitive movement over and over.
You'll burn out in your career.
You might burn out at the end of the session. If you're doing the same movement for an hour, you're going to get arthritis, or you're going to, it's an overuse injury, I guess.
Yeah. Carpal tunnel. Thumbs, if you're too thumbsy, if you're using your wrist, carpal tunnel is a big thing in our industry, but people generally don't last 5 years, 10 years max doing it.
So can you say as a massage therapist, you can massage the same body part on your client in the same way, but you can keep readjusting your position. You don't have to hold the position to affect the same part on their body, right?
Absolutely.
And constant adjustment, and this is random, but I play guitar, but I'm constantly adjusting, even if it's the same chord. I constantly am making minor adjustments so I'm not holding my fingers in the same position.
Right.
Doesn't that cause problems for your body, right?
Right. So being able to adjust and move and yeah, you're absolutely right. And so, when I'm working on any part of the body, I'm facing, the foot of the table, and then I pivot and I'm facing the head of the table. And so you're able to apply also different techniques, but to keep it fluid, and yes, to switch your body weight for yourself and get your own body moving. And yeah, absolutely. So that's was one of the critical things for me to teach. So
God, you really sound like you have a passion for this. Sorry,
I do.
I said that to you on the first podcast, so it's not a surprise. I guess I just realized it again.
Oh, I absolutely do. And I do love teaching. I want to get back into it, but I'm, not sure where or how I want to go with this. I would love to be able to teach with my employer. However, she really doesn't hire rookies. Most of us at Penelope, 15 plus years already in the industry, they don't need any training.
I see what you're saying. Right.
Yeah. So in some capacity, I want to be able to train, and I'm not quite sure what that looks like yet. So.
Well, with your connections in the industry, are there maybe some opportunities you can explore?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everything anonymous, of
I'll
course.
keep you updated. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, I'm going to keep bothering you. So yes.
Yeah. But I was surprised last time. The conversation flowed so well. I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I had never done a podcast before, and I didn't know you. And
Right.
so I was just like, okay, I don't know, if he's going to it's question and answer, or
Yeah.
if I'm going to actually make a conversation out of the answer or how this is going to go, but I feel like the vibe was good.
And thank you for that. That's so funny you mentioned that. And yeah, we can wrap it up here in a minute.
Yeah.
But I was having the same thoughts, and I didn't want to come in with this intro on the second podcast, but I almost wanted to come in and say, okay, now that we've had the conversation, now you get the real Ken. But no, that was a joke. You got
Yeah.
the real Ken on the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
But I understand the trepidation. So you got the real Ken the first time, but I was also being very cautious because I was like, I really appreciate the fact that you said yes to somebody you'd never met before.
Yeah.
And it was a happy accident because again, you seem like a really good person, genuine and earnest. So I really appreciated that. So yeah, we're definitely going to stay in contact. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yes. This will be fun. I would love to do another one when we'll see what, happens over the summer and what's going on. And
Oh,
I'd love to catch up with you.
unfortunately for you, we're going to stay in contact. I'm going to keep
Yeah.
bothering you. And here, this will make you laugh. Um, because I do make it up to the Seattle area at least once or twice a year. I can't always
Okay.
predict it, but I do know that Costco is sending me to some training, and I can't remember. It's not in Seattle. It's a suburb, but I'm going to be there for a few days.
Okay.
So definitely for doing the podcast twice, I definitely owe you dinner and some drinks.
Okay.
So I'll at least meet you on the way up or on the way back down to where I live, and we'll connect in person. And
Okay. Sounds good.
I will buy you dinner and give you some wine, because you have been way too accommodating. So
Sounds good. Sounds good.
yes,
You,
all right,
you,
I'm gonna stop recording now. But
okay.
thank you so much, Angela.
Yes.
There, it's up here.